Good morning YouTube, you join me in the cockpit of yet another car. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I thought I'd come up to the car auctions and I thought I'd come and collect the car, but what I'd do is I would bring you with me on the drive home. So what we've picked up is a 2009 Fiat Punto. It's the 1.4, I believe. 2 seconds. Yep, it's 1.4. Car itself has done 91,000 miles. We're pretty lucky. There's not really anything visibly wrong with the car, so it needs to go clean. And obviously, you like the pink T-shirt to go with the car. So it's quite gay, but anyway, that's my opinion. Anyway, nah, it's not. It's quite a nice car. We'll probably scrub that out. Anyway, so the car itself has covered 91,000 miles. It's a 5-speed manual, petrol, black in colour. It's the Grande Punto. I think the slight difference is the 5 doors. I don't think the Punto actually came in a 5-door, maybe a 3, but obviously I'll check. So the car itself is black in colour. Obviously the mileage is pretty good. It's got a good service history. It's recently had its belts done. Engine bay is clean and tidy. Well, it's not clean and tidy, but it's been recently serviced. The oil's nice and fresh. It looks like it's had a new filter put on. Car internals. The interior is actually pretty nice. There's a few bits of trim, gear knobs broken, and it's telling me on the dash that there's exclamation marks, something to do with the stop brake lights, I believe, but so we'll find out when we get home. You know, it runs and drives. You know, I've never been a big Fiat fan, if I'm honest. I've always had my reservations about Fiats, but to be fair, I've done pretty well out of them. I think I've sold, I don't know, 3 or 4 Fiat Pandas, a couple of Fiat Puntos. Never done a Fiat 500. Maybe that's something we need to look into, but I've never had a Fiat 500. And talking of Fiat Pandas, there's one just got past. So you'll see on the channel I've had 2 blue Fiat Pandas, and we had the white Fiat Punto. I've done the handbrake cable on that. I've also had another white one, I think, memory serves. So anyway, let's just get on the motorway now on the M8, and initial thoughts. The car's alright, seems okay, it's driving nice. Tracking is all over the place, pointing to the right. It sounds like there's potentially a wheel bearing going, maybe. But we'll have a look at it when we get home. The car's got MOT till, find the paperwork, it was MOT till December, so we'll have to go in for an MOT before we sell it. MOT till December. I actually thought it was a longer MOT, to be fair. But it's got 4 good tyres. The interior of the car's nice and clean. I think it'll be a good runner for someone. Once we get it back, we'll get it into the workshop, get it fully serviced, all its MOT prep's done. The only thing I don't like about Fiat, well, not Fiats in general, but the Puntos, is the drum brakes at the back. Never been a big fan of drum brakes. It's the whole shoe thing, and servicing them is just an absolute nightmare in my personal opinion. But hopefully, you know, this one won't need any of that doing. So, driving along now, we're sitting quite comfortably at 60 miles an hour. The accelerator feels fine, it was fairly responsive. It's got up in the 5th. It's got in the 5th, no problem, it's pulling nice. We've got reverse here, which is good. Just watching the temperature down, come up now, and see where we get to. The car itself, so I paid not a lot of money for this car, you know, £660 I think it was me so far. The car itself, I think, is probably on a 91,000 miles, 12 months MOT, full service, recent service history, fairly good service history. You know, I'm thinking to myself, 1895, maybe a little bit less. You know, we'll do have a look at Auction when we get back, and we'll find out where where the car sits. Now the Punto itself, the Punto is on its 4th generation, I believe. 3rd generation, someone will tell me in the comments. But I actually quite like these. I don't think the body changed up until, I think it was the 63. The body changed on it, they gave it a little facelift, so this is a pre-facelift. So you have the Mark 1, which is the boxy one, excuse me, box style back, or a square back. These are a little bit rounder. Yeah, so it's a nice little car to drive, quite popular for young drivers. Good thing about it, 5 doors. You know, ideal learner, or maybe ideal first car, being a 5-door, 1.4, a little bit more power. Or again, I think I'll look at the family market with these cars. Again, it's a 5-door, ideal little runabout, good little engine. I think the engine is it's a 1.4, but it's the engine that's used in the Fiat Panda as well as the Punto. It's not Punto, sorry, the Fiat 500. Some may correct me, but I think I'm right. Anyway, so the car itself drives nice, looks nice. It's got the auto lights by the looks of it. Daylight running lights, city mode, lightens the steering a little bit. So the fans work on 4, 3, 2, 1. Radio. Yeah, radio works, which is good. Obviously I don't want copyright, so we just shut it up. So that's good. So we've got any cool stereo music CDs. You never know, you look, sometimes you get a nice little CD left in for you, but not today. Not today. So anyway, we will continue driving this little gem home. I no doubt we'll get stuck in traffic, as we always do on the M8 at this time of day. Lunchtime, M8, Glasgow, yes please. So, yeah, I think, all in all, the car itself is in fairly good condition. You know, I like it. We'll have a walk around when we get home, and obviously we'll have a walk around. Cheers, Mr. Audi. Yes, I may be driving a Fiat Punto, however, you don't have to cut me up. So anyway, we'll have a walk around the car when we get home. The only thing initially I've seen from the car is on the passenger side. There's a scratch along, but if we get a touch-up pen, that will probably come out. Give it a good machine polish, a good clean inside and out, get it in for its MOT, in the workshop, get a 50-point safety check done on it, and then we should be good, hot to trot with this little gem. Like I'm saying, I think it's about a 1895 car, maybe a little bit less. In the comments, you should let me know what you think, where we should put the price point for this car. I think it will be advertised on Auto Trader, and maybe we'll do it on Facebook Country. Excuse me, I'm fucking here at my backside today. So anyway, here comes the traffic. So a little bit about what's been going on. So in the last video you saw we had the Transit Connect, still got that van. At the moment it's starting to throw a lovely amount of black smoke, so that's in today getting looked at. Hopefully it's something stupid I've missed, like a fuel filter or something, but you never know. So that's in getting looked at today. The Vectra we had, that's now gone. The Toyota Aygo we had, again, it's gone. What else did we have? We had blue Astra 59 plate SRI, that's gone. Today we should have the black SRI 1.6 turbo going today. That should be going. Got a guy coming to look at that at 4. It's now 1 o'clock, so we need to get a move on, get back, give that a good clean. And that at the moment is all we've got stock wise. So at the moment all we've got is this Punto and the van, but I think, I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to really enjoy driving that van, so I think that might be around for a while. So we've got the van, we've got this, and we've got the car, so I really need to get on and look for some more stock. But as most, you probably find a lot of car dealers are saying at the moment, getting stock at the moment is really quite difficult. Because I was hoping to buy some on Wednesday in the auctions, but the prices were just ridiculous. I even went as far as, excuse me, I even went as far as bidding on Land Rovers, because I thought that'd be something different for the channel. Oh, move that out the way. Oh, pressing buttons. But again, it's going for silly money at the moment. So tomorrow there's another auction. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better out of that one. I've had a look on there and there's quite a few cheaper cars. I've got my eye on there's a Grand Scenic going through, it's on the 04, so again that'll be a nice cheap little car. A Ford Focus, that's an automatic, it's on a 56, so that'll be probably about an £1,800 car at retail. The Scenic, it's done 71,000 miles, it's the 1.4, big 5-seater car. I think again that would maybe be a £900 car, £1,000 at push. There's also a Zafira going through, that's on a 56. Screen washing this is not good. Yeah. Oh, that's really annoying. That's going through, so again that'll be round about, I think at retail probably £900. But like I said, we don't know. We will get on the auctions tomorrow. Well, when we get home tonight, well later on, we'll get on the auctions because they should have populated. Because usually the auction I use Central Car Auction in Glasgow. Usually there's two halls. I usually use the hall 2 because I go for the cheaper end of the market, especially since I'm just starting out. Hall 2, so anything sub £2,500. And to be honest with you, the stock should not been there. Usually you're talking between 200 and 300 cars. I think the best I've seen it recently is 140. It's just crazy. I don't know what it is, but I've got a rough idea. So from what I understand, bearing in mind I've only been in this car trading game a very short period of time. Go on then, Mr. Lexus, you cut me up again, go on you. From what I gather is British Car Auctions, BCA, have two companies. From what I understand, they have a car, We Buy Any Car, and they also have a company called Cinch. Now, some of the other YouTubers have mentioned it. Just because you're in a pickup, you don't have to cut me up. It's very nice of them. Some of the other YouTubers mention it, but it seems that they're cornering the market at the moment, so they're actually cutting out people like myself, the car dealers. Now, a lot of people will be saying, well, you know, go and look at other places to buy cars. And don't get me wrong, there is other places to buy cars. Mannheim, again, but from watching some of their auctions, again, the prices are pretty expensive. The likes of a lot of people are resorting to buying off Facebook at the moment, but what I've noticed, obviously, I need to get stock at trade price if I can, but a lot of people are asking forecourt prices for the cars. Now, yes, that isn't an issue. They're perfectly within the right to ask for that sort of money for the car. But what I've also noticed is a lot of people are buying them from salvage yards, or they have been, and they've not been declaring it. So I took a deep dive into Facebook last night, and I must have looked at close on to 25 cars, and I can say at least 65% of the cars which we looked at were salvage and wasn't declared, which is a little bit naughty. And there's the likes of traders like myself trying to pass off as private sellers, which isn't exactly good. I'll be honest with you, driving this little Punto now, the temperature gauge is now not even at halfway up, and we've done a good, well, I've been recording now for a good 15 minutes of me prattling on, and the car itself is still driving really well, so we'll get a good 60 miles drive home, and we will have a very good idea on, you know, how the car drives. Like I said, I've had quite a few of these, and this, to be fair, is one of the better ones, I think. The white one I had, very nice little car, very nice. However, due to my job, I went away and we came back and the roof lining had all got all manky. So here we go on a little pull, put in third and fourth gear, 4,000 revs and up to 7 miles an hour. Up in fifth, not a problem whatsoever. And it's now stopping great. So I think we've got ourselves a little gem here. This is going to be a nice little learner. I think we will look at 1895 once it's cleaned and MOT. The car itself will owe me then somewhere in the region of £900 after it's been through the workshop. Maybe 950, so there's a good margin in this. A good £800 margin, which is nice. Obviously after VAT and everything, I'm going to be looking at maybe a £400 or £500 profit. Obviously we'll work that out closer to the time, but we'll do the numbers anyway once we get the bill from the workshop, what it needs to do to get it through his MOT. So anyway, what I think I'll do is I will stop prattling on here and I'll turn up some funky tunes and we'll have a walk around the car when I get home. So what's going on YouTube? It's been about 4 days since I last recorded, and you would have seen me drive that home. So that's the 59 plate Fiat Punto we bought from the auctions, and it's been sat there since. Basically, we've not had any chance to do anything on it. I think I'll probably back on. It's Friday. Was it Friday? Maybe Monday. What day are we on now? No, Friday. Bought it back. So I brought back on Friday. It's been sat there over the weekend. We've not really done anything to it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to have a walk around the car and I'll show you what's wrong with it, and then we'll attempt to have a little fiddle to see if we can fix it. I think I'm going to need new parts, but we will see how we get on. So let's go and look around the car. Quick set flash, I left the keys in the house. 2 seconds. So they always say never buy a car in the rain, but anyway, I live in Scotland, so it's not really much of a choice. Right, so there's the car itself, and to be honest with you, it's straight all the way around. It's just a little black 1.4, so it's a good little car. Wheels are all, obviously it all needs a good clean, but you know, bodywork, there's a little bit of paint chips here. I think it is a touch upon the sill down here, but that's common on these. The arches are pretty good, to be fair. Again, paintwork on that sill again's gone. Back still down there, that tie's looking a bit flat. I'll have a slow puncher on that. On the back of the car, again, it's all pretty sound. Boot. So let's jump in the car. So let's get in the car and out the rain, and I'll tell you what the problem is. So we are in the car. So it is in the car now, and this is turned on. Shut that up before I get copyright. So I've not cleaned the car, I've not really done anything to it. So keep getting this message, if it'll focus. So what I keep getting is I keep getting check running lights. Hang on a minute. So what I'm getting, so we're in the car. So everything works apart from that. So what I think we need to do is we're going to need to change the indicator stalks on the car. Get the camera set on the dashboard would be good, and it's not going to work because of the mic. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we need to take the steering wheel off, which is there. We need to get that airbag off, steering wheel off, and we need to get in, because I believe these units aren't these aren't individual units. I think they all come as one, so you get the indicator stalk and you get the wipers control arm on them. A bit of a pain in the arse really, but it is what it is. So the only other bad thing about the interior itself just needs a good clean. Needs a new gear knob. That works fine. All the fans and stuff work. Let's quickly turn it on. Fans work. Hot and cold. So that one there, one there, one there. Yeah, so they all work, radio works. It's got the hands-free Bluetooth, it's got the radio, multifunction steering wheel. Do you know what, it's a nice little car. It's got the city mode. Again, that all works. But what we need to sort out is the stalk. So that's working on there. So it's a little fiddle there. I just think it's the micro switch. It's gone. Indicator works. All the lights work. Let's have a look. Let's get out. Let's get the fog lights on. Have a quick walk around. Okay, the electric mirrors and all that work. Oh, as usual. Lights are on. They're all on. It's got a bulb out. That's okay. Indicator's working. Headlights are on, fog lights are on. Oh, so yeah, everything works as it should with the car. The only thing we need to have a look at is that indicator stalk. So what we'll do, let's jump back in the car and I'm going to have a fiddle and try and work out. Just something you need to be mindful of when you're working on cars, especially with airbags, is you need to disconnect the battery. I can't emphasise that enough. So the airbag's disconnected. Let's jump back in the car, they're in. So we're in the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the airbag. So the battery's disconnected. So to get the airbag out, we need to, in here, if you can see, let's have a look. Let's have a look. The light in here is freaking horrendous. I've got my power in the car with my tractor lights on for. Right, so battery's disconnected, so there's no power going into the car. So what we're going to do, if we can get the camera to focus, you might be able to see it, you might not. There is two little, you can feel it, what's that? Down here, I think some light, I've got my phone out, some light on it. So here, oh god, so on the steering wheel there is a little notch just there. So there's one on either side, and what that is, that's a clip for the airbag. So we need to get something in to there. I'm just going to use the Torx bit, and we need to disconnect the airbag. So I'm going to stop the camera now, I'll do that, because I can imagine there's going to be a lot of effing and blinding, and I'll come back to you when it's done. So what I've done is I've managed to get the airbag out, but what you've got to do is you've got to poke through the side of the steering wheel, which is just here. I've just used an Allen key, and you need to locate this little metal bar. What you've got to do is you've got to force that across, and there's a clip here, in there, and one this side here. And what you've got to do, you've got to force those clips in, and what that does is that releases the airbag. Okay, so in the behind the airbag you've got one clip here. Again, I believe that's just for that. I think that's the horn, and then two clips here. So we'll just get those two clips off and then we'll come back. So that's the airbag out. So in there you've got another clip which is for the both sides of the multifunction steering wheel, which is just here. Two clips that sit on the back of the airbag, and then you've got, I believe, is a T45 socket. So what we'll do is we'll get the ratchet and we'll get the steering wheel, the whole of the steering wheel off. So there's the actual unit stripped. Now I know you're going to say, oh, you've not shown us how to do it, but this was never meant to be a how-to video. So what we've done is we've got the indicator stalk off here. Okay, so this is held on by a number of bolts. So to get this off, you need to undo this clamp which sits behind in this sort of a position. Undo that, and this will slide off. Also behind it you've got two clips, this one and this one disconnect. So this one fits into the top, and this one will fit into the bottom of the indicator stalks. And there is just a number of, basically they are 2 seconds, where's my screwdriver gone? There it is. They are T, and someone's going to tell me I'm wrong, T15 screws. A number of them holding in the upper shrouding and the lower shrouding. So that pretty much that pretty much going to round off today's video because he's absolutely hammering it down. I don't like being outside in lines like this, and this is about as far as I can go today, because the new one should be arriving tomorrow, hopefully. So guys, this is the first look at the Punto. It's another flip car. You watched me bring it back, and this is for flipping. So guys, what we'll do is you'll see this one more time, probably the car before it goes up for sale, and that'll be when we refit the indicator stalks, which are now in pieces here, and when the car goes up for sale, probably when we clean it. Either or, I'm not sure which one yet. My camera needs to focus on me and nowhere else. So guys, thanks for taking the time to watch. I'm hoping you're enjoying this sort of content. If you like it, please don't forget to hit me with a thumbs up and subscribe. It'd be amazing if you could. Really helps me out, helps us build the channel, build a little bit of a community. Be really cool. Anyway guys, this is Chris at Cloudview Cars signing off. Catch you later.